How much do you know about King Agrippa from the Bible? If you're anything like me, the answer to that question is not enough. Let's fix that right now. Agrippa, known in the Bible as King Herod Agrippa II, was the last of the Herodian line of kings who ruled parts of Judea under the authority of Rome. He is most prominently featured in Acts 25 through 26, where he hears the Apostle Paul's defense while Paul is imprisoned in Caesarea. Though not as well known as his predecessors, Agrippa II played a significant role during a critical moment in early Christian history. Herod Agrippa II was the son of Herod Agrippa I, who had executed the apostle James and imprisoned Peter, and the great grandson of Herod the Great, who ordered the massacre of the innocents at Jesus' birth. Agrippa II grew up in the Roman world and was educated in its political culture. By the time Paul had encountered him, Agrippa had limited territorial authority, but was given oversight of the temple in Jerusalem and the power to appoint high priests. Agrippa's most well-known moment in Scripture comes when the Roman governor Festus brings him in to examine the case against Paul. Paul had been imprisoned for preaching the gospel and was accused by Jewish leaders of inciting unrest and heresy. When Festus struggled to find legal grounds for sending Paul to Caesar, as Paul had requested, he turned to Agrippa, hoping his knowledge of Jewish customs would help. In Acts 26, Paul stands before Agrippa and gives one of his most powerful speeches. He recounts his conversation on the road to Damascus, his calling to preach to the Gentiles, and the resurrection of Jesus Christ. Agrippa listens respectfully and thoughtfully. When Paul challenges him directly, "King Agrippa, do you believe the prophets?" Agrippa famously replies, "Do you think in such a short time you can persuade me to be a Christian?" Acts 26:28. Though it's debated whether this was sarcasm or genuine curiosity, Agrippa's response reflects a moment of deep spiritual tension. Afterward, Agrippa tells Festus, this man could have been set free if he had not appealed to Caesar, Acts 26:32, acknowledging that Paul had done nothing deserving death or imprisonment. Though Agrippa does not convert, he shows a more measured and fair attitude than many others who encountered the early Christians. Agrippa's story serves as a reminder of the power of personal testimony and truth. Even a king, surrounded by power and politics, could not easily dismiss Paul's words. His legacy challenges us to consider the impact of a courageous witness and the openness of even unlikely hearts to the message of the gospel. And that's why I think it's important to ask the question,